shout out to the Dub. Hey,
watch this.
Hey, number one Dub.
Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go Hoods, put it in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach Carter still on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. James Mack, we be on the scene, rocking the gear, it's so clean. Lead guys and go easy, off the easy, push easy. When my Stepp is our special guest, making fixing so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All my fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub. 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 That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat O'Teasy, Jeremy McInnes, Coach Carr, and Brian Reiser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out.
Going to the next round.
Get excited about the Bulldogs this year. You know, we've had a couple of down years, but I mean, there was about a 10-year period where we were kind of the school in Fort Worth, and we, won some state championships and had some great years there. And we've kind of, things have changed in Everman. The community has grown, but the demographics have changed a little bit, and the numbers in the football program haven't been what they were. And I think they're starting to get back up now, and I'm excited to see what they can do because. People from Everman, we're very proud. And I know you guys' audience is very Dallas centric. To me, Everman is kind of like Fort Worth's version of Lancaster, kind of right there on the outskirts. We're kind of we were similar sized communities for a while, similar demographics, similarly located. We're just on 35W instead of 35E, and that's kind of what I view Everman as like. Is we're kind of Fort Worth, Lancaster, and hopefully we can get back to being one of the elite teams in the Tarrant County area. We've had a history of good football.
Hey, they push sock. You
cannot play this. You can't. You're not playing together.
Salute. I think we got some background with you, Matt.
That might be me. Let me see.
Okay. All right, Dub, salute, man. Hey, hold on, guys. Hold up. We got some breaking news. With
the first pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flagg from Duke.
Yeah. Let's go, Babs.
Yeah, man. Now maybe the white folks of the city could be happy now. We could try to kill Nico. Hey man, they were trying to get my man Nico, man. Nico just trying to get folks in shape. That's all. He just wants you in shape.
Well, J-Mac started out with a bang, boy. Oh man. Hey, I'm flustered now. Episode 134.
What's up, Matt?
Long fellas, long time though. It's been a while since I've been on the show. It's been about 6 months.
Hey, man, you be running from us, man. You left the group. Everybody hit me up. What y'all do to Matt? Why he leave the group? I said, man, he didn't leave us. He left y'all. Shit, I talk to him every day, damn near.
Yeah. had to detox from Facebook. So,
man, look, for real, it gets vicious out there in that Facebook world.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question though, Matt. What you think about the? Are you watching the draft tonight?
It was on. I just got back from dinner in College Station, so it was on in the restaurant. I saw Cooper Flagg, obviously, and then I saw Trey Johnson got drafted by Washington. So,
Trey.
I saw those two. I haven't seen too much else, but I did see those two.
What you think? Of obviously, Dallas.
I mean, Cooper Flagg's the best player in the draft. Like, it's no brainer to me. I mean, he really should be. This should be his first year at college coming up. Like he reclassified. Like he's,
dude, not for real.
Guy who can defend and play multiple positions. He can defend multiple positions. His game is really advanced. He's a great passer. Nico likes him because he can defend. He can defend just about anybody. He's a good defender. He showed what he could do in the playing against the Olympic team and the pre-Olympic practices. He was dominating. Like he's legit. He's a great player. It's I'd rather have Luka, but I think he obviously fits what Nico wants to do, and so I hope it works out. Need to get Kyrie healthy and get some more guard play. And see what happens. I need some guard play.
I got some dress on for you, AD. Come on by.
Your nickname is Street Clothes. That's not a good thing.
That's tough. That's tough. Hey, we'd like to welcome to the show Batman in, not Batman out. So appreciate
I'm a little late. My bad for being late. My bad.
Why do you like you just robbed a bank or something? Why do you like you
I don't got a haircut.
Got your president look on.
Say, Matt, you know how it is, man. I have not embraced my gray yet. So, hey, listen. Until then,
look,
hey, I just gave it up. I just shaved it all off the top of my head.
I know what I say. So it's been.
But my wife likes the gray and the beard. She likes the gray and the goatee. So
yes, I'm no doubt. Hey, that's all it is, y'all.
Hey, whenever
you
hey, and I ain't embraced my gray because I keep dying it out. But
I know, see, so same thing.
Hey, but this will be your signature if you ever dip out of the show early. Be Batman out like that. Right?
No, but I usually come on early, so since I came on late, I gotta stay late. So hey, I'm here.
Oh man, B-Rod say he in for the long haul.
I'm here for the long haul, y'all.
Hey, Matt. The last Sunday show, B-Rod stayed the whole 2.5 hours. Of course, it was his show though. So I guess he's probably
I know, yeah.
He couldn't leave.
That's your little integrity.
Kind of made sense. Hey man, but like, hey, I like these little things that J Mac be putting out, man. He done gave my boy Cooper Shag.
Shag. Southside the realest.
Yes, outside the realest. But hey, it was first given to Luka, so we got to see who's gonna wear the shag the best.
Well, that's Oak Cliff Cooper.
The Oak Cliff Coop. All right, I like it.
That's Oak Cliff Coop. And for everybody out there, man, I am a professional Facebook comedian. So feel free to follow me on Facebook. I get used to the little $15 checks. They nice. I'm trying to build them up.
Yeah, nah.
You got Facebook paying you now?
Yeah, they pay me now, man. They've been paying me for a little minute now, man. I'm a professional comedian.
Man.
Yeah, you need to put this shot up there. Laugh about that all day. But,
I have, but I do it
again. Man, appreciate you coming on. I was checking you out a little bit on the Dave Campbell podcast, and I know
good show today.
Good show.
Appreciate it.
I know you're a little more buttoned up on that show, but you still wear your hat backwards on there. So kudos.
Always wear the hat backwards. There's only one time a year I don't wear the hat backwards, and that's at coaching school.
Okay.
Every other time.
Okay, so I'm new. Okay.
Every other time I wear it. So.
Yeah, Matt go with the ball head. You go with the ball head, or you wear the hat forward?
No, at coaching school I go no hat. So that's D.W. Rutledge, the legendary coach there at Judson. He reached out to me the first year I covered coaching school. He's a real nice man, older gentleman, obviously, legend in Texas. Everybody knows about Converse Judson and what they did in the 80s, and he was the architect of that. And he was like, if you don't mind for me, we try to keep it as professional as possible at coaching school. So, I know it's your signature, but if you don't mind in the convention hall, not wearing your hat backwards. I was like, Coach Rutledge, that's fine. I said, I won't even wear a hat. I said, I'll just, So, but out of respect for him, I don't wear my hat backwards at coaching school.
Okay. You gotta respect it.
Hey, Jesse, I need you to make a meme of Matt with his head with the hat off, bald headed with the Tupac do rag.
I'm gonna be honest. You got to be really paying attention to catch Matt with that hat on.
I know, right?
Really? Once a year, that's it. Once a year, you might catch.
But we do, we do a lot of interviews at coaching schools. There's video of it out there on Dave Campbell's YouTube page. There's video from coaches.
We done ran into Matt about shit. Probably about 15 times. I never seen him without his hat on.
Now you probably won't in person.
At least about 10 times we done seen Matt in person. Well, I never seen him without his hat.
Signature.
Hey, shout out to Keith Baker, man. He say he hope I got Capel in my top 10. Hey man, tune in, man. I'm gonna do my top 10. Yeah, I'm gonna do my top 10 show for DFW. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even think about it until after I get my Dave Campbell magazine. So once I get the Dave Campbell, you'll see the show come out.
Yeah. I think
of the magazine, got a little breaking news for you. We actually have 300 magazines right here in College Station.
Oh,
wow.
Just fresh off the printer today.
So man, cop them early.
Yeah,
they actually printed out a little earlier than I thought because we went to press. I think I told J-Mac this. We went to press 2 weeks later than we usually do. Usually we go to press the Friday before Memorial Day, and we pushed it back 2 weeks this year because of the transfer portal. And basically the reason why we picked 2 weeks is because we waited until move-in day. So when all the recruits actually move in, we waited until then because we figured like if they moved in, they're locked in. And so we waited until then because we didn't, we post depth charts for the colleges and that kind of thing. And we don't want to post a depth chart that has a kid at UNT. And he's portaled over to LSU or something, So we wanted to wait until they were as set as it's never 100% set, but as set as possible. So, they came off the printer today. So I know we got a few copies down here. I don't know if they're selling them or what they're doing down here, but the subscribers should be getting them in the mail. Hopefully in the next week or so, if you're a subscriber, you should get it in the mail. I know J-Mac subscribes, so hopefully he'll get his next week.
I actually subscribe too, so I should get it.
Well, hopefully you get yours next week too. That's what I hope.
As soon as I get it, y'all, we'll do a top 10 show. And y'all already know. I already know I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail. That's okay. I love the hate.
You embrace it.
I embrace the hate because the truth will set you free. And if your team's sorry, your team just sorry. You don't get no love if you're sorry. All I can do is pray for you. I got some bless all over here. I pray for y'all sorry ass.
Please pray for my Everman Bulldogs. It's gonna be
hey, buddy, got one question before you start up on the preview. Keith Baker, you seem like you plugged in at Capel, man. I just got one question for you, brother. Is the freshman running back gonna be on varsity? That's all I want to know. Let me know if that freshman running back gonna be on varsity.
If he can, I know Coach Wiley, and if he can play, Coach Wiley don't care what grade you in. He gonna get paid.
Yeah, that's true.
And he a beast, Matt. He a beast. I've heard about him.
I've heard.
Hey, shout out to Dink Pate, who's in the draft tonight. We had him on the show. Somebody saying Dink Pate to the Mavs next. Hey,
man, can I ask you a question about that, Pat? For all y'all?
Yeah.
What's up?
How do y'all feel about the Dink Pate route? Because I had mixed emotions when he kind of did what he did. So how do y'all feel how that route has taken place? Because he kind of left early to go pro. He went to a team that folded. Then he had to go to Mexico.
Yeah,
or wherever the team was, and now he's projected as a second round pick. I'm just wondering, just y'all opinion on
it. I would say good advice and good people in your corner to give you good advice is always a helpful thing. Just behind the scenes, I kind of heard it was a little money driven behind it. Just being honest, and I feel like don't look at the short term goal. You know what the long term goal is, and you can mess up the long term by what you do in the short term.
Yep.
Yeah, I think probably he had a chance to do it over again. He probably would have done it over. Especially, I think when he came out, NIL either hadn't officially been approved, or I bet if he had a chance to do it all over again, he probably would have gone the more traditional route and gone to college. I bet. For a year or two, and probably would have made really good NIL money in college, and then gone to the pros. But hopefully it works out for him. He gets drafted, you know, being a second round draft pick in the NBA is a tough road because nothing's guaranteed.
Real tough.
You might be on that G League shuttle, but you know, there's a lot of second round guys that have made it. I mean, Jalen Brunson was a second round pick for the Mavericks.
Yeah,
you know, Nikola Jokic was a second round pick for Denver. So,
like big time.
But
always stories of guys who can get it done too. So
and Brody James.
Yeah. but say Matt, you know what, Matt? But this is my opinion, Matt, on that. When it first happened, you know, even J Mac and Pat, they my witness. I always say, you know, but you know what, I'm on my business, you know. Hey, I said, hey, I always felt he should have went D1 and did a one and done.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I understand the dynamics of it. Hey, you know, if my family need money, hey, you know,
yeah.
Think about $500,000 is a lot of money to someone who needs the help.
A lot of money. I mean,
but that's the thing, though, Matt. That was $500,000 for 2 years. The team folded after one.
J-Mac, I think me and you were DMing and talking about it at the time. Yeah. And we were both kind of like, I don't know. I mean, but
I've been saying that, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to, you know, look, I mean, it'd be hard for me to turn down $500,000. I'm not gonna lie. So I mean, it's tough. You know, in hindsight, we can always look at things. I just hope it works out for him. You know, maybe it's the road less traveled, but it could be a cautionary tale for the next guy that's coming up. Maybe say, you know what, let me just go to college, at least for a year or two. They got NIL. I can get a little bit of money. I'm gonna have everything taken care of. I can get, I can stay. I don't have to leave the country. I don't have to live in a foreign country and try to do all this. I can go to college, have fun, enjoy myself as an 18, 19, 20-year-old, be a kid still, but, kind of grow into being a professional. So
let me ask you this. Did he reclassified early, didn't he? He didn't even graduate, right?
No, he didn't reclassify. He went pro.
Yeah, he went pro.
Well, not reclassified, but I'm saying he didn't even go with.
He left early. Yeah, he left early to go pro. I'm assuming he probably got a GED.
Because I was about to say, I wonder how the college team.
Did he skip his senior year of high school?
He skipped his senior year, yeah.
He missed senior year, Matt.
And I remember, I won't say the kid's name, but he was a really high-profile recruit who graduated recently. And I remember talking to his mother, and she asked me what I thought about him reclassifying early or going off to college. And I was like, listen, I'm not going to tell you and your son what to do.
Right.
But what I can tell you is that, your senior year of high school is, to me, is priceless. Like, you can't put a price on those things that you do as a senior. First of all, playing in high school is being, that's your last year that it's not a job anymore. Because when you get to college, especially with NIL now,
it's a business.
It's a job.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a job. It's a business.
Job. Whereas in high school, you're still having fun. You're still playing with your homeboys. Those memories, I don't think you could put a price on that. And I said, if it was my child and my own personal financial situation, I would tell him, stay. Because, it's senior night, playing, homecoming, if you stay for your spring semester, going to your senior prom, all that stuff, those are memories that you take. You talk to a lot of professional athletes now. They cherish their high school days.
Absolutely. You know what? I talk to a lot of college athletes, and that's one question I always ask them. I say, when did you enjoy playing football the most? And they said that college or high school. They always say high school. 100%. Never had one.
We're always so fast to move on to the next thing, and we don't focus on where our feet are right now. We're so worried about the next thing and going on to the next level. And I want to get mine. I want to do this and I want to do that. And I get that. But at the same time, we stop and don't smell the roses and enjoy what we're currently doing. And to me, playing in high school, I played a very low level of college basketball, like junior college. But I cherish my high school memories so much, and I don't think you could put a price on that. So that's just my opinion. And that young man did stay for his senior year. He graduated mid-semester, but he did stay for his senior year, and I think it worked out for him. So, I just think we're always in a rush to go to the next thing, and we don't enjoy what we currently have.
Absolutely. Because that money going to be there. Coach Carr, welcome to the show.
What's up, Coach? Long time no see.
It's been a minute, man. How you doing, baby?
Good, man. Good. Saw Coach Carr not too long ago. Last week.
Right.
Oh, you last week.
Yeah. It was last week. You said long time no see. I'm like, man, I think I just saw you.
Last week.
After I saw you.
And I had my hat on. B-Roz. I was wearing
Did you like your hat? Have you worn your hat yet?
I did. I wore it to the gym the other day. Somebody noticed it. They were like, "Oh, did you go there?" I was like, "No, I didn't go to that school." I was like, "No, I didn't go to that school."
I ain't the quarterback. I wasn't the quarterback.
My name ain't Kopecky, so I didn't.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
I got a lot of close friends and good people that I know that work there. So
yeah,
all right,
yeah, family all the time.
Yeah, gotta know somebody from School of Crime.
Yeah.
No, no.
Sorry about the lighting in this hotel. The lighting isn't very good here, so if it's dark and weird, it's just the lighting.
Hey, Matt, you white. We see you. We see you
perfect. You at Linwood?
No, I'm in College Station.
No, he getting ready for the big show, man. And I guess when we get into it, I do got some questions about that lower level because I heard some of your predictions, man. I'm interested in it. I am.
Okay.
On the lower. Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, should we start with Division III and a bunch of schools that we probably don't know anything about?
Nope.
I'll throw it up anyway.
I didn't know anything about my ratings.
All right, so Division III, there was one name I noticed on here, and I don't even see it anymore. Albany.
You got Gunner. You got Gunner over in Pool E. You got Gunner.
Yeah.
Okay, Gunner.
I'm interested in Tioga.
Yeah, Tioga is kind of metroplex. I mean, if you know where like Pilot Point and Salina is, Tioga's just right on there. They got a really good young coach. His name is Zach Birdwell. He coached with DJ Mann out of Lubbock Coronado. Great young offensive mind. They're high powered. They do a great job. They're growing really fast. Tioga's going to be 3A. They're 2A right now. They'll be 3A before long. Growing like crazy. So Tioga's really good. Wolf City is really good. They've got a quarterback. They got a running back that's committed to Kansas State. And they have a 6'7" quarterback who's a young kid who can sling it. Lexington down in Central Texas, their quarterback is committed to Oklahoma State. He's a really good player. Trinity in Pool C, they have a kid, a 2027 prospect. Trinity is kind of down by Deep East Texas, like near Crockett, if you know where Crockett, Texas is. They got a kid named Terrion Maxey. His nickname is Turbo. He's 6'4", 175, free safety.
6'4". Good.
6'4".
Can he dance?
Yeah.
Hey. Look, yeah, it's like Turbo and Electric Boogaloo. But that was actually my nickname in high school. So that's dope.
Yeah, so it's some good teams. Ganado and Pool C won the state championship last year in real football. They're good at 7-on-7 as well. Gunner was a state champion, so there's some good football. Albany's won state championships. They didn't win last year, but they won 2 in a row the 2 years before. So Tide Haven and Pool G played for a state championship 2 years ago. So there's some good football teams in this region. Some good small school teams.
Hey, what's the nickname of Iran?
Well, it's not Iran, it's Iran.
Okay.
Iran, and that's 2 A's there. You got the extra A in there. Iran. Yeah. Iran is in way out west Texas, like going towards El Paso. Their mascot is the Braves.
Okay. All right. We can rock with that. Coach Carr, what you got?
Yeah, I just got one question, man. So is it like one state champion? So like two, say like 2A, 3A, they're gonna play 4A, 5A, and 6A, or is it like levels to the state championship in 7-on-7?
So Division III is going to be Class 3A, Division II, 2A, and 1A schools. So the real small schools. Division II is 4A D1, 4A D2, and 3A D1, and small private schools. So you see, there's one private school in Pool E, Midland Christian, and then Division I is going to be 6A, 5A, and big private schools, the bigger private schools. So like Argyle Christian within Division I.
So it's 3 levels. I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 divisions.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, I got you, Coach.
Yep.
Yeah, I wondered about that too. I'm glad you broke that down because that was going to be one of the questions. And like you said, Argyle Liberty Christian, that's former Cowboy coach team, right?
Yeah, Jason Witten, his son,
Witten.
Cooper Witten, is a 2027 linebacker, one of the top linebackers in the country.
Oh,
He is a dog, let me tell you.
Huge. Yes, sir.
You got, the offers he has, and the bloodlines that he has, obviously with the NFL pedigree he has. I mean, you're talking about a guy with offers from every big-time school in the country. Cooper Witten is the real deal.
No
I
doubt.
bet he goes to Tennessee like his daddy, though. That's my guess.
So I see Lake Dallas on the list. So let me ask you this: do you think that the teams that are in here, does it translate to the regular season? Because I don't see all the usual suspects. I see, China Springs and teams like that in there, Stephenville.
I think it does if you run your stuff. So there's 2 schools of 7-on-7 that are out there. Really, you have people who play 7-on-7 to win 7-on-7, and they run 7-on-7 based schemes. So to me, when you see teams that run 7-on-7 offenses, I'm talking about guys that are running 2 or 3 yard crossers where defensive linemen and linebackers would be. You can't run that in real football. And so so when I'm watching teams in 7-on-7, if I see that kind of thing a lot, that I'm not translating that to real football because you can't run that stuff on Friday night. But like Frisco Panther Creek, like Pool H, right? Frisco Panther Creek. We know how good Frisco Panther Creek is. They're going to run their Friday night offense in 7-on-7. And that's why I think they're going to be really good this year. And that's why Frisco Panther Creek is actually my pick to win the Division II tournament this year.
Okay.
You got Jalen Lott, Donovan Webb, Parker Ard. I mean, that's some big time talent in small school football. They're loaded. Tyler Chapel Hill in Pool E. They played for a state championship 2 years ago. They run their Friday night system. They don't run 7-on-7 offenses. So if they have a good tournament, I'll be like, okay, Chapel Hill. Kilgore. We know what Kilgore. They played for a state championship last year. So there's some good. Cuero and China Spring. Those are named programs. Waco La Vega and Pool F played for a state championship last year. Stephenville. So we know what kind of teams those guys are. Keep an eye on Pool D. Benbrook out of Fort Worth ISD. Benbrook representing in Pool D. They had a great year in real football last year. Benbrook got to the 3rd round of the playoffs last year. So some good small school teams in here. But I like Frisco Panther Creek.
Hey, let me ask you about Brownwood. They still have that running back from that left Duncanville. He's still there?
No, he's gone. I think he may.
He's in Lake Worth.
Yeah, I mean he might be at Lake Worth.
Okay.
So yeah.
Man, how do y'all determine the seeding on this?
So there's no seeding. What is done is it's they kind of try to. We do it with pots. So there's 4 pots. In Division II, Division III, and Division I. Division II and Division III have 8 schools in each pot, and in Division I, they have 16 pools in each pot. And we try to kind of break – if you look at every pool, we try to break it down regionally. So we don't want people to play the same people that you would play like locally. So we try to geographically split teams up. You'll really see it in Division I. We have like a pot of Dallas teams. So like let's look at Sock's pool, Pool O. You got an Austin team, a team from Laredo, a team from Houston, and Sock. So we try to geographically break it up because it's interesting to play some people that you normally wouldn't play. So that makes.
I tell you what, that 1 and 4 seed when they meet, that's gonna be interesting. Cause Austin Anderson, didn't they get a nice little transfer?
They got 2 of them from LBJ. They got Taylor Crenshaw, the running back, and then they got Yaheem Riley, the Texas commit, who's committed to Texas. Free safety, but he'll play some receiver for LBJ or for Austin Anderson too.
Give me Austin Anderson about 40.
Austin Anderson got to the championship game in 7-on-7 last year and lost to DeSoto.
Yeah,
that's crazy because the former DeSoto coach is at Austin Anderson.
Yeah, Coach Hatcher. Yeah, Coach Hatcher's son is on the team at Austin Anderson this year. His son plays for Anderson.
God, no, look, I remember Coach Hatcher's son playing for the Red Oak Buccaneers. I mean. The team I Red Oak, bro. So that is crazy.
Yeah, getting old, man.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to.
I interviewed Temple's coach last week in Midlothian, Chad President, and I was like, gosh, I feel old. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. I was watching you play for Temple as a quarterback, and now you're the head coach. So
that's crazy.
Means we're getting old.
No doubt, no doubt. So on this pool, the pools, which pool you feel? And I like the way you broke it down. Like you said, y'all kind of put them in different regions and let them see action and teams that they normally don't see. So really, I like that aspect of it. Which
they're not seeded. It's like that one doesn't mean they're the one seed. That's just alphabetical order.
Got it. So how do y'all set up the games in alphabetical order, or do y'all do 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3?
So round 1 is 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4. Round 2 is 1 versus 3, 2 versus 4. Round 3 is 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3.
Yeah, and in the pool play it doesn't matter. Yeah, the pool they're gonna see everybody anyway.
Yep. And then when they seeded in the brackets, Pool A will play Pool I, Pool B will play Pool J, and it kind of goes like that. So, and obviously in Division I, the top 2 teams in pool play go to the championship bracket, and the bottom 2, 3rd and 4th place goes to the consolation bracket in Division I.
All right, before we go to the next set of games, which bracket do you feel like is the hardest bracket out of this group?
I think Pool O is really good. I mean, Shadow Creek, Austin Anderson, and Sock, really good pool there. I also like Pool K. Pool K has 3 Division I quarterbacks in that pool. Louisville, Waller, and Wichita Falls Memorial. 3 D1 quarterbacks. I think that pool is really good. I like Pool J. I like Pool I. Pool I. Hightower, Longview, Pflugerville Weiss, and Plano. I think it's a really good. Pflugerville Weiss is loaded. They got, I think, 4 receivers with D1 offers now, including their number 1 wide receivers, Trey Moore, 6'4", 205, has offers from everybody in the country. He's a monster. Their slot receiver, I think, just got a Texas Tech offer today. Pflugerville Weiss is loaded. You know, Fort Bend Hightower is going to have athletes in Longview. They're exciting with they're kind of opening up their offense a little bit more. They're still going to run the football, Jesse. Don't worry. Longview's still going to run it. But their quarterback was a sophomore last year, Trey Hamilton, Johnny Trey Hamilton, and he's running that offense really well. And they got their 2028 wide receiver, Jaden Herndon, who has got offered. He's one of the top sophomore wide receivers in the country. He played a lot for Longview as a freshman.
Number 3.
So some really good pools here.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
What I say about this?
You said Wise got all that, and the coach still left to go to Horn.
Well, money talks, you know.
Right.
$30,000 raise to go to Mesquite. So I can't be mad at a man for taking a $30,000 raise.
God. You know, some people they would take a chance and win, but I ain't mad at it, man.
I can't. If it were me, I don't know if I would have left, but I can't tell another man. I don't try to watch other people's pockets, so I ain't mad at him.
But
He young.
They building
this was
houses.
just said, Jay. But listen, with the Lobos, man. So this, but all they said, Matt. If what they say about DeSoto trying to get past the Lobos for that South Lake rematch.
It mean get it sexy, get beat by foul.
What that mean?
That's a lot of football. I mean, I think Longview is the favorite right now in Region 2, as they should be. They bring a lot back, and they won it last year. And to be the man, you got to beat the man. And you know, I know Waxahachie. I've talked to J-Mac about Waxahachie, DeSoto, and Duncanville a lot in 11-6A, and I think talking about that, I have to be consistent, and I know for a while there, I would not pick DeSoto over Duncanville because I was like, DeSoto hasn't beaten Duncanville. I can't pick DeSoto over Duncanville until they beat them. They finally did in 2023. I kind of had that same vibe with Waxahachie and DeSoto. I think Waxahachie's talented enough to do it, but until they do it, I almost you have to stick with DeSoto because Waxahachie hasn't done it yet. So until they do it, they got to prove it to me. Now I do think they're talented enough to do it, but until they do it, you kind of got to go with the man. So same thing with Longview. DeSoto's never beat Longview, and I know all those games 15 years ago don't really matter, but last year's game did happen, and Longview,
right?
Longview, put a belt to their ass, and figuratively, not literally, but they did beat them pretty bad. And so until then, you almost got to give Longview the benefit of the doubt. But a lot of football left. Things can happen. I could change my mind on Waxahachie and DeSoto week 4 if DeSoto comes out and starts out 0-3, and then you're like, okay, well maybe this ain't their year, but just never know.
Right.
Now y'all leave me. I want to stand on that ledge on my own. That way, when they win, I'm gonna be unbearable.
Hey,
I'm gonna be unbearable. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. You might well block me because I ain't gonna stop. I'm telling you.
I know.
I ain't stopping. I'm gonna be ridiculous.
I don't think you're crazy for picking. If somebody told me, "Hey, I'm picking Waxahachie and 11-6A over DeSoto," I could see it. I'm like, okay, well, Waxahachie is really, really talented. I'm just not personally going to do it because they haven't done it. But like I said, DeSoto could start the season 0-3 and have like 10 guys get injured. Well, then I'm gonna pick Waxahachie. So
the picks are the picks. I can say whatever I want right now. We in at week 4, so
that is true, Jay.
All right. Anybody got anything else on before I move to the next part of the bracket?
I want to say one more thing. Pool P, watch out for Harker Heights. They have not lost a game in 7-on-7 all summer long.
Wow.
They're really good. They brought their whole – they lost to Lancaster in the first round of the playoffs in real football last year, but it was a really close game. They bring back like their whole team. So Harker Heights is a team to watch out for too.
Hey, can we give a shout out to Irvin MacArthur?
Okay, nice to
Yeah, he surprised everyone. They beat Coppell in the SQT to qualify. They beat Coppell and then beat Byron Nelson back. Irvin MacArthur's got a wide receiver, the head coach's son. He's a really good player. I like him. Banner Nicholas, he's a really good player.
Hey, you hear that, Keith Baker? Y'all lost to Irvin MacArthur, brother.
Coppell is very, very young. They are very talented, but very, very young. And sometimes when you're that young, inconsistency, growing pains, it can happen. So Coppell will be all right. I know Wiley will get him going.
Already.
He lost to Irvin MacArthur, brother.
All right, here we go. Pool A through 8.
Hey, you ain't been to Irvin MacArthur nothing.
Nothing.
My boy Mike Roach was just because Roach is an Irving guy, and so he can't stand MacArthur. When I told him MacArthur qualified, he was beside himself. He was mad. He was like, "This is ridiculous."
Not beside himself.
Yeah, some of the things he said to me in text message are not repeatable in a family show. So, family show here, family show.
Cricket out, Mike.
So, obviously, my eyes on this group go right to Pool D. DeSoto and Willis, those two teams know each other very well. Excited to see that one. I told one of the head officials, I said, make sure you put your best officials on this game because there's going to be some mess talking in that game. So those two are going to chirp, especially Willis.
Yeah.
Willis gets real chatty, and they hadn't. I'm sure they would love nothing more than to beat DeSoto. So, but DeSoto is the defending champs, and so to be the man, you got to beat the man. So, but I'm excited to see Feaster and Jermaine Bishop on the same field. That'll be a lot of fun. Jermaine Bishop is. We call him the Texas high school football Travis Hunter for a good reason. He's one of the best players in the country.
And he committed to Texas, so give me Willis by foul.
He's a great player.
It's going to be a good matchup.
And I love Sarad Baker from DeSoto. I think he's a very underrated player, and I'm excited to see what the young quarterback, when he's not young, he's going to be a senior legend, how he looks on the big stage. With a lot of eyes on him. So he has a chance, I think, to really, make a name for himself this weekend. You got Anna in Pool C. Zyondre Williams back for his senior year, 3-year starter. Got a lot of young skill guys as well, but Anna's gotten better and better. They got a linebacker that moved in from Kansas who's a stud. I don't know if he committed to Arizona on his visit, but I know he was on an official visit to Arizona last week. He moved in from Wichita, Kansas, a really good player there at Anna. Colleyville Heritage in Pool A. Love their senior quarterback, Brody Weaver. You got Dez Bryant Jr. over there. Dez will be there. I talked to Dez at the SQT, and we were talking, and I was asked him why he wasn't coaching, and he was like, I just want to be a dad. And he's over there cheering the team on and filming his son and, playing catch with kids. He was a great guy. So you got to keep an eye on Colleyville Heritage. Pool E, you got 2 DFW teams in Pool E. You got Crandall.
Yeah,
they got a junior wide receiver, Jeremiah Douglas, and then Argyle Liberty Christian. We talked about them; they're loaded for a private school.
And Douglas might be the best receiver in 27.
He's really good.
Just being
Jeremiah
honest.
Douglas is really, really good. He's special.
No, Brooke not even so.
He's fun to watch.
Hey, could you imagine what him and Booby look like on the same little league team?
It
Man,
doesn't sound too fair.
Yeah,
It sounds too fair to me.
Good. Hey, so Matt, here's a question I have for you, man.
Yes, sir.
Out of all the pools you have, man, who do you think is the most talented yet will probably not win it?
That's a good question. I would say, if I'm looking at pool, let me look at the other pools real quick. That's a really good question, Carr. I would say, I don't think Fort Bend Hightower is statewide. Fort Bend Hightower is probably one I would say that's really, really talented, and I just don't think they're going to win it. If you're talking local, I'll say Sock just because they don't really do 7-on-7 like that. They're really, really talented, but they're also going to do what they do, and sometimes that's not conducive to the 7-on-7. Like Sock, their receivers are probably going to their DBs are probably going to take some penalties this weekend because they play that physical kind of get in your face press man defense, and the rules in 7-on-7 aren't conducive to that. So they might get a lot of flags and it might hurt them, but they're obviously very, very talented. So I would say those two teams probably just from a 7-on-7 standpoint, winning the 7-on-7 tournament would probably be the two that I would talk about.
Are you going down there, Willow? Support your squad? Are you going down there to support your team?
No, man. I'm not gonna be able to make it, man. We still got workouts. We still got stuff we got to get done here with the real football.
No linemen right here, so yeah. But they'll. I talked to Coach Todd and Coach Ward this week, and they're going to be a good contingent of sock coaches that are coming down to College Station. So
yeah.
Oh, they definitely gonna show up to try to bully everybody.
Oh yeah,
well, I think it's good for them, for us, for a lot of reasons, and I think one of it is that I do think that being able to open your game and get confidence in your passing game, particularly with a young quarterback, I think that's huge. You know what I mean? You can never have too many reps, so I think being able to play and keep playing and play against different people, seeing different type of things, building a cohesive unit with your team. And I'm like Matt, and I remember talking to Coach Gates about it one year. He said, hey, look, man, we're going to run our defense. Our linebackers are going to play linebackers. Our DBs are going to play DBs. Our safeties are going to play safeties. We're going to play the defense that we're going to run in the fall. And I think that's awesome. I don't, and I think that's the approach soccer's taking. I also like the fact that, like Matt said, when you have teams that are, gearing up to win 7-on-7, I don't think it's conducive because it doesn't allow your underneath players, which is your linebackers and things like that, to be able to get real reps. Yep. You know what I mean? And you're not going to be able to figure out what you can do defensively, even though you may got an idea, but you always want to see what
you put it into practice. You want to put that into practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And trust me, everybody that's coming out here wants to win. They're too competitive. They want to win, but there are some coaches who are not going to sacrifice the reps in their scheme and their system just to win 7-on-7. They want to win. They would love to win, and they're going to cheer their kids on, and they're going to be competitive, but they're not going to sacrifice what they do just to win 7-on-7. And some people will, and that's their prerogative. That's their program. I get it, but I can't take too much from that when I'm evaluating teams. When I see people do that, I'm like, well, that's not going to translate to the fall because you're just scheming to win 7-on-7. But if sock, let's say, I'll use sock, or even let's talk about Hutto, Coach Reinhardt coming from North Crowley. They're going to run their stuff. If Hutto goes out in 7-on-7 and has a great tournament and makes it to the semifinals, and I'm going to be like, okay, I need to keep an eye on Hutto in that district because they went out here running their offense and defense and were really impressive. Whereas another team that's running 2-yard crossing routes and running routes, 1-yard curls where a defensive end would be. I can't take that and take it seriously because they're just doing it for 7-on-7.
So that leads to my next question. When you're looking at 7-on-7, you look at all the teams that's there. Historically, in this tournament, do the teams that win or advance to like maybe the finals, semifinals, how does that project those teams in the fall?
Yeah, so I actually wrote an article about this. So like the teams at state 7-on-7 that go, I think I did it to the quarterfinals or further. Their records in the fall in real football, for the most part, are really, really good. So you're talking about teams, let me find the article real quick. But you look, let's take, DeSoto, for example. They've won 2 of the last 3 state 7-on-7 championships. In the last 3 years, they've been state champ, regional finals. Gunner won the Division III state championship last year in 7-on-7, and they went and won the state championship in real football. The team Gunner beat in the championship game last year was Tidehaven. Tidehaven got to the state semifinals. I think the record last year, the 8 teams in Division I that made the quarterfinals in 7-on-7 went a combined 64-29 in the fall last year. Dang. The 8 teams in Division II that made the finals went a combined 71-26 in the fall. And then in Division III, get this, that final 8 teams in Division III that made it went 93-17. So they averaged over 10 wins per team last year. So generally, there is some sort of correlation. Now, it's not always a 1-for-1, but generally speaking, you take the final 8 teams that make it in College Station in their bracket. Generally speaking, I'd say 5 of those teams are going to be really good, and the other 3 will probably make the playoffs and lose in the first or second round.
Basically, if you go ahead and make that final 8, chances are it's going to correlate to you in the fall. Now, what about how does that bottom bracket look like? So, like the teams that don't make the finals, that don't make it out that first round in tournament play, are they successful, or have you looked at that and analyzed that as well?
I haven't looked at it real close, but there's a lot more variance because you're talking about 56 teams versus 8 teams. 64 teams in the bracket. So I'm looking at the final 8. I'm looking at the teams that do really well. The teams that don't do as well, that they did still make it to state. Like they did still make it to the state tournament. So they're still going to be a good team. They just didn't have a good run in College Station. So that might be a good project for me to do this offseason, though, when I have a little downtime. Maybe take the teams that lose in the first round of the consolation bracket and kind of compare and contrast how they do versus the final 8 teams in the quarterfinals and see how that goes. It's a good project. I like that.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, I got a quick question. Where are the Duncanvilles and the North Shores and the Atascocitas and the North Crowd?
Good question, Pat.
So Duncanville has never done SQTs. So they play 7-on-7. They just don't choose to invest in playing in the state qualifying tournaments. That's just a choice that, and not everyone plays it. North Shore is the same way. They don't invest in it. They play in their local league, and they're happy doing that. They don't actually choose to participate in the SQTs. Atascocita did play in 1. They didn't qualify. They did play in 1. And then North Crowley had gone to state 7-on-7 the past 3 years. They went 3 years in a row. And then this year they made a decision. They weren't going to do SQTs. They were going to focus and just play in college 7-on-7 tournaments. So like North Crowley, I think, went to A&M to play in a college camp tournament. They went to UNT, and I think they went to SMU. So that's Coach Gates has kind of chosen to focus doing 7-on-7 that way. Which
I think they won all of them too.
I know they won A&M. I remember that. They may have won SMU too, I think.
Yeah,
I know SMU had 2 tournaments, and I think they may have won 1. Yeah, North Crowley they're good at 7. I have no doubt if they would have played 7-on-7 SQTs, they would have qualified. So not every coach chooses to play. I mean, there's an investment and you have to have some support to do it because the school can't pay for it using school money. School coaches can't coach. School coaches aren't supposed to transport the players. So you have to have some infrastructure and some parents that you can count on and rely on to do it, along with paying the entry fees and all that. It's a lift. I mean, South Oak Cliff, they had to raise a lot of money to come down here and play on their own because they can't use the school money. So I think every coach has their own priorities, and sometimes it varies year to year. South Oak Cliff hadn't really put a lot into 7-on-7 before this year, and then this year they decided to make it more of a priority and play. So I think something can vary.
They got North Crowley early in the tournament too. So they really
got
good.
them in the round Murray.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Ross City, man, because I sent my money to Ross City, man. So I need my $50 worth, Ross.
There you go.
I need y'all to win something.
I think Royce City, I saw them at the Grapevine tournament when they qualified. They're young but talented. I think they're still a year away, especially competing in that district that they're in with Longview and North Forney and Rockwall and all those guys. But there's the talent is there. Like, that kid Bryson Arney, he's special, man. He's a really good player. The DeRoe kid at corner is a lockdown. Long corner. I love long corners. Those when I look at corners and I see guys that are long and can flip their hips and move and run with receivers. Especially at that young age, he's just going to be a sophomore. Very, very impressive as well. Royce City's going to be a fun team to watch in a couple of years.
Is South Lake and Highland Park in this?
No, South Lake used to play, and then Coach Riley Riley's not a huge 7-on-7 guy. I think he doesn't like some of the bad habits that can be developed by your quarterback. You talk to Riley about 7-on-7, and
he don't like it.
He sees QBs not taking their drop, he's going to freak out. Because you see a quarterback in 7-on-7, and he takes a snap, and his feet are he's just standing there. He's just standing there looking, and you can't do that in real football. Like, take your drop. Like, if you're going to do this, like, simulate real football. Like, get your drop, get your timing down, take your five-step drop, your 7-step drop, make your progressions and fire the ball out on time. Don't just take a snap and stand there and look at the field, because you're not going to do that on Friday night. So Highland Park's never played. A lot of time, I talked to Randy Allen about it one time. He would like to play, but they got kids going off on vacations and traveling the world.
They out on yachts and stuff.
Hard for him to get all their kids. Highland Park, they did play in the SMU tournament, but SMU's tournament's like in the middle of the week, and most of the qualifiers are usually on Friday or Saturday. On the weekends when you go out of town, they did play in the SMU tournament. I think they usually do pretty well too.
They won
the SMU right down the street.
Yeah, they're always good. They're good at 7-on-7. They just don't play the qualifiers, partly because I think their availability of their kids.
Yeah. I got a chance to watch them play SMU. They did pretty good.
I mean, they're always they run what they run on Friday night. They're schooled. They execute what they do. They know it very well, and they execute it at a high level. And you look at Highland Park and you think, oh, those kids aren't talented. They got fast kids. They got kids who are strong. They are talented. They are not just the rich, spoiled rich kids. They are talented as well.
Oh, I'm sorry, my wife was distracting me. Talking to me about a remote. I'm like, I'm on the show, man. But so, and like Coach Carr mentioned, he mentioned the South Lakes and the Highland Parks. I remember when my son was playing. Hell, they were playing like 6th and 7th grade 7-on-7, and they had all those kids running the same system they ran in high school. They used to be really big in those and stuff. What team do you think that's doing really good in 7-on-7 but may have a tough season in real football? Because I know it might be some fool's gold off in there as well.
I want to call them fool's gold. I mean, I think Royce City is probably still going to struggle a little bit this year. I think it's great they made the state 7-on-7 tournament, but I think they're probably a year away from being a playoff contender this year. I think they're going to be better, but I don't think they're ready to compete for a playoff spot in District 10-6A. They're in 10-6A. Yeah, 10-6A. Azel's probably another one that qualified that I'm not sure they're going to be a playoff team either this year. Those are probably the two that, for me, at least locally, stand out kind of as teams that I'm not ready to, and then Irvin MacArthur. I think, congrats to Irvin MacArthur, but I mean, then I don't think they're making the playoffs. So, those are probably the ones that just made it state, but I don't think they're going to be able to compete for a playoff spot.
All right. I don't know if y'all gave y'all predictions on the earlier show, but who are your winners in Division 1, 2, and 3?
Division 3, I went with Tidehaven, last year's runner-up. They got a 4-year starter at quarterback, made the state semifinals in real football. They got a kid whose nickname is Boogie. So if you got a guy named Boogie on your team, I like that.
Yes, sir.
Division 2, I'm going local. I'm going Frisco Panther Creek. Jalen Lott, Donovan Webb, 2 of the best players in the state, regardless of classification. Love those 2 kids. I'm going Panther Creek. And in Division 1, I'm actually going a little off the board. I'm picking the Woodlands.
Whoa.
The Woodlands has big-time quarterback, TCU commit Jack Dalton back. So it's 7-on-7. It's a quarterback's game. If you have a good quarterback, you're going to be in just about every game. They have a great quarterback in Jack Dalton, the TCU commit, and they've got a loaded secondary. They got ball hawks in the secondary. Their whole secondary returns from last year. All 4 starters are back. I like the Woodlands as a little bit of an upset pick in Division 1, but I could see locally. I think obviously DeSoto is going to be in the mix, and I'm interested in Louisville. I think Louisville is going to be a real tough out. Yeah. So keep an eye on the Lou. I think it qualified really early. The first tournament Louisville qualified. I think they beat Sock to qualify. Louisville is really good, really, really talented. So they're another, aside from DeSoto, I would say Louisville is a local team to keep your eyes on.
Is that Dalton kin to Andy?
I don't believe so, but it's kind of interesting. No, it's his last name is spelled differently because Andy Dalton was Dalton. This Jack Dalton is Daulton.
Okay.
Good question, Pat. This is for everybody on the panel, man. Start with you, Pat. Hey, who's your dark horse to win it?
Dark horse to win it. And I had a team. I hate you came to me first, but I had a team that I was looking at, and I'm trying to look at the pools. Let me take this comments out so we can see the whole pools. Boom. Okay. Was it over here? No, it wasn't over here. Let me go to the next one. Well, Coach Carr put us on the spot. I'm gonna have to keep these up for y'all too, so y'all know who you say. Dark horse to win it, correct?
Dark horse. Who you got?
All right, dark horse. All right, I think it's gonna come from this next bracket because it was a team I was looking at earlier. Boy, that's a hell of a question. I kind of like what Matt was talking about, Austin Anderson. Are they returning the quarterback from last year?
No, he's at UTSA. He signed with UTSA.
Okay, that eliminates them. Woo! God dog it. Hey, my dark horse is going to be South Oak Cliff because I saw the way they dismantled North Crowley.
And North Crowley ain't lost since.
Nope. All right. Who you got, B-Rise? Is your dark horse? Let me know if I need to pull up the brackets on the other side.
Did B-Rise jump off?
Oh, B-Rise. Are you muted, dog? Hold up.
Leave.
Batman, you out of in. Oh, he muted.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I was on mute, y'all. My bad. Yeah, but you know what? Man, it's a real sleeper. I'm going Lovejoy.
Oh, they know how to put up points.
That's what I said. Yeah, you know what? I'm going Lovejoy, y'all.
Lovejoy in there? Let me see. Yeah, they are full M. Full M.
Yeah, they was in the slides you just had up before, Pat.
Yeah, there was another.
I see it. All right, who you got, J Mac?
Anna. Either Anna or Austin Anderson.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Anna.
All right, who you got, Mel? Who's your dark horse? Division 1.
I'm going Pool B, Amarillo Paladuro.
Damn.
Coach Mims, former Duncanville OC, back in his hometown. Palo Duro's loaded. They got at least 5 Division I kids. Their quarterback is Julian Reese. He's big time. They got a DB I know just committed to UNLV. They have another DB that's got a bunch of Big 12 offers. They have a receiver, Kyson Brown, and they got a young tight end and a running back. Amarillo Palo Duro is really good. They're my dark horse sleeper to make some noise. Keep an eye on the Dons.
They must be on the other side of railroad tracks.
Palo Duro is the north side of Amarillo, and the demographics of the north side of Amarillo are different than the rest of Amarillo.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I thought Julian J. Mack from Duncanville or something. All right.
I mean, Mims is from that's his alma mater. Eric Mims
he's from there. Yeah.
Palo Duro guy.
Okay. All right. Coach Carr, who you got since you brought up the question? Who you got, sir?
Go with my bias choice. So I'm gonna bypass that one for the obvious reasons.
Okay.
So it's out of two schools. One is Longview. Okay. Because the reason why I call them the dark horse is because traditionally they haven't been a team that's been a 7-on-7 type team, right? And I'm curious to know how it's going to translate to the fall. But Longview. The other one is if DeSoto is fully loaded. Meaning they don't have guys out on visits and everybody's playing.
It's dead period. No visits. It's dead period. NCAA dead period.
So there you go. I think I'm gonna go with DeSoto on this.
You can't call DeSoto a dark horse.
I was about to say the same.
They won it last year, bro.
You gotta give us another dark horse.
Okay. That's fair enough. So I'm gonna go with Longview.
Okay.
Good deal.
I can dig Longview because Carr's right. They're not a big. They're another team. They're not going to run a 7. You think John King is going to run a 7-on-7 offense? Hell no. He is going to run what they run on Friday night and let the chips.
I want to see this play action.
They did actually hire an OC. Now I'm curious about that, Matt. I'm curious about the OC.
He told me when I went to the Tyler SQT. I talked to him a little bit, and he told me they were gonna. Now he told me they would damn sure never be an empty. He said we will never be an empty as long as I'm the head coach at Longview, which is accurate. But he did say they were going to be in some 2x2 and some 3x1. Some 13 per. Some 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Those kind of sets. They will be in some stuff like that. But
a lot of 11 personnel.
Yeah, but he said one time the year that they had Jalen Hale. And they went to state 7-on-7. He wasn't there. He was out fishing in Louisiana. And I called him. I was like, because King is not a big. He kind of grumbles about 7-on-7. He plays it begrudgingly. I called him. I was like, Coach, why aren't you out here in College Station? I was like, are you mad that you can't run power? And he was like, it would work. And he just hung up the phone on me. So he said, I was like, all right, Coach. Well, fair enough.
That's why I'm surprised he hired the new OC, but I'm assuming he brings the OC in to kind of help him out, to kind of even out the run thing. So it had to be something he saw.
Yeah, I think King is he's stubborn, but not that stubborn. I think he knows think about it. The year that Longview did win state, when his son was the quarterback, that was the year they opened up the offense a little bit. They were in some shotgun stuff.
Yeah.
They threw it around a little bit more, and they were a little more balanced. So I think he realized, and he's got that kind of kid at quarterback. Hamilton is a coach's kid. He's a 3-sport athlete. He's a great kid, and he can absorb that offense. I think he's a guy that King trusts to operate that kind of offense and operate in a little more wide open. Trust too. As a coach, you have to be able to trust your quarterback to execute that offense. And I think Coach King trusted his son, and look what his son's doing at Georgia Tech. And I think he trusts Johnny Hamilton.
I hope he also trusts Boosie Cousin that's taking over at running back, because he's gonna be pretty good.
Listen, I will always trust a Longview running back. Longview keeps a good running back or two.
Yeah, he's gonna be good.
So that's Webby. Webby taking over.
Yeah, Webby.
yeah. I love it. Hey, you said Ziggy Hood is from Palo Duro, former defensive tackle in the NFL. who was with the Steelers and somebody else?
Yeah, with Steelers, he had a long career with the Steelers. Yeah, Paladuro's produced some great athletes. They've had some cats come through. They had a basketball player that played at Texas Longhorns a while back. A forward. It was Paladuro's had some great basketball teams in the past up there. So that's a north side of Amarillo. That is across the tracks.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so while we got you on, because I don't know when, of course we'll get you on for the picks during the season, but
have we signed that contract yet, J-Mac? Has my contract come out? I don't think I've.
Yeah, we still in negotiations. We can go.
Yeah, it's got to come with a new hat or something. Coach Carl, we need to get some Dub hats too.
I don't think nobody has signed their contract till they get their trophies.
That is true. There we go. Yeah, we gotta catch up. We gotta catch up before we can do a Wednesday pick show. We gotta catch up.
Yeah, we got to do a Dub hang. I got the trophies here. I'll make sure I bring them to the next Dub hang, whenever that is.
Yeah. If them trophies don't show up, we boycott.
Understood. I understand the assignment. All right, 0 week. What is your game of the week? Getting everybody amped up and anticipating the 0 week.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna make a little prediction right now, and I think I'm going to pick Sock to beat North Shore in week 1.
Woo!
And Coach Todd's gonna hate it because I'm putting the Bulls out, but I'm picking Sock.
He ain't gonna hate that. He love that. He probably walking around in his tighty whities right now, just jumping up and down, just celebrating.
That's a visual I don't want to see. Love you, Coach Todd, but I don't want to see that visual. I think week 1 there's so many great games. Week 1, I mean, you can just throw a rock and hit a great game in week 1. But I think I think I'm gonna be out of town week 1. I think I'll be on the road.
How dare you?
I know.
Yeah. Hey man, but that would do me better than to see Sock beat that Mustard team when they come.
Well, here's the thing: North Shore, at least in the regular, North Shore is going to be really young this year. And if you remember last year when they traveled up here to play Crowley, they did not play. They won, but they didn't look all that.
They struggled. Yeah.
You come up here and struggle against Sock, especially with a veteran Sock football team this year. A lot of guys coming back. I think they might be ripe for the upset, so don't be surprised if that happens. Now, I think I'm going to be in Brenham week 1. I think I'm going down to Brenham, so I'm going to give you some Bluebell ice cream in Brenham.
Yeah, I was going to say bring some ice cream back.
Yeah.
Right.
Place in Brenham where you can go in and get ice cream that's not on the market that you can only get at Brenham.
You can get it. Yeah, if you take a tour of the factory, I think they have a store in the Bluebell factory that they have some flavors that you can't get anywhere else. Yeah, you can get some. Yeah.
Definitely, J-Mac, we definitely got to go to Brenham 1 week.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna be able to be around me for a week because I'm lactose.
You just all lactose.
J-Mac on a separate car.
Yeah,
that 3-hour ride home be rough.
That would be rough.
J-Mac gonna have lemon booty, literally.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be on the outside looking in. They'll be like, "Where happened to J-Man? We dropped him off somewhere."
Let
J-Mac ride in the back of the truck.
Yeah, we gotta drop J-Mac off at the dipping station.
So, exactly. Yeah. Stop at the dipping station. Yeah.
We left him over there with North Shore.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming through, man. Oh Lord, no, he didn't do it, did he?
Batman says out.
Batman out.
Batman. See, that's why you got to make the show about him. He stick around when you make it about him.
Hang on.
Appreciate y'all having me on. Appreciate it. We'll have if you want to follow, I sent J-Mac the link for all the scores that'll be coming in. You can follow the scores all weekend on that link I sent. I'm sure J-Mac shared it.
I posted it, but I shared it again.
Yeah, and then Saturday at 3, we'll have a highlight show for free on TexasFootball.com, Dave Campbell's YouTube and Texan Live and all that stuff. We'll have a 3 o'clock Saturday, a highlight show.
All right, do me a favor, man. When you're on the shows and they got the camera on and you're talking about certain games, any game from the Dub, just give us the Dub salute. Any game you're talking about from the Dub.
I got you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, dog. All right, Matt. Well, you have
can't hear
fun.
you, Willow. Can't hear you.
Carr was saying something. He's on mute, I think.
I was saying, are they going to broadcast any games live?
Not this year. We just decided the internet's just too spotty at the park there. So it's not strong enough, and there's no outlet. There's not a lot of outlets to be able to plug a router into because it's a park. There's not out plugs or anything, and it just wasn't really feasible for us. And then we would have to rent the quality of the broadcast from that field level is just not very good. We would need to get scissor lifts for every field and have a higher vantage point to really get a quality broadcast. So we just decided this year we were just going to do highlights, and so we're sending the highlights back to the office in Louisville. And so we'll just run a recap show, but we'll have live scores and there'll be stuff on highlights and stuff on social media all throughout the weekend.
Yeah, y'all check it out, man. Go. And I think it's free, right? The updates and stuff to be free. They can
it's all free. So, everything's free this weekend. All the highlights, the recap show, everything's free.
Yeah, so y'all get y'all cheap ass over there and watch the highlights.
And if we have magazines for sale for anyone that's coming out, like any South Oak Cliff fans or Panther Creek fans or DeSoto fans or Argyle fans, etc., we'll hopefully put something out on social media saying if we're selling magazines where they'll be located at.
Done deal.
Hey, Keontae Holmes say a sleeper game. Hey, hold that question, Keontae, because I'm negotiating with Matt. I'm gonna try to get him on a Sunday before the season starts. So we'll try to get him on to preview, but we gotta wait till all this stuff shake out. We gotta wait till August.
Good deal. All right, Matt. Dub salute. Appreciate you, brother. Always a wealth of knowledge.
All right. You have a good night.
Yes, sir. Go Mavs. I like that. You know what, man?
What's that?
I'm still looking at this draft, man. It's still in the first. Yeah, it's still in the first round. That's crazy.
It's still in the first. And Coach Carr just dropped. I think Coach Carr thought the show was over when he heard the music. But
yeah, but no, it's still in the first round. But hey, man, back to the Mavericks, man. I just hope all the white people happy. I hope y'all happy. Y'all quit threatening Nico life. We got another white superstar. So. Y'all can join Todd and your tidy whiteys and just run around and be happy.
Man, hey, I mean, he look like he's gonna be a stud and a superstar. I think it just sets the franchise back a tiny bit because they got all these ifs and buts and candies and nuts and stuff. If street clothes can stay healthy,
but that's the thing though. Think about it, Pat. Oklahoma, OKC won. They was the number one defensive team in the league.
Right.
That's all Nico said he trying to do is be a great defensive team. So I get it, right? Now I'm with you. It'd been nice to pick some people that actually could stay on the floor.
Stay on the floor. He just looks fragile. He look like he's just getting all type of micro fractures and stuff. It's just crazy.
Yeah, hopefully he can stick around though, man. Because I do like the lineup. If everybody healthy, that's a hell of a team. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a hell of a team. I was just to me, because Giannis is a free agent too, and he like I would have figured out how to get Giannis.
Well, I think he got a year left, but they would have had to trade Cooper Flagg. And like I said, Dallas don't give a damn. They only want to win one way. I don't give a damn what you say. The fans only want to win one way. Man. You can say what you want. I mean, we've been here all our life. We already know. What I'm saying? Yeah. So they only want to win one way. So we did the right thing. You go get Coop. And the great thing about it is he could just really be like the third option and just play defense and hit shots and get all the hustle points. You know what I'm saying? Like he could do all that right now. And we could actually win a championship with him just doing that. Like it ain't even no pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like
ain't no pressure. And in the waiting moments of the game, he could be the second option. He jumps up to a second option in the last 5 minutes of the game. So
now, check this out. Check this out, Pat. Now, Ron Harper, you remember Ron Harper, right?
Yes, sir.
His son with number 2.
I saw that to the Spurs.
Yes. Now look, man, everybody's son is good except for Michael Jordan. He is not the GOAT. Michael Jordan got weak sperm. His sperm produce some sorry ass kids. They whole sorry. So
Man.
he is not the GOAT. LeBron is the GOAT.
LeBron's the GOAT. You're a LeBron man. Hey, I'm Jordan. I'm Team Jordan, man. But
I was Team Jordan till I realized everybody kid better than his. So I gotta give it back to LeBron.
You think Bron that good? Cause
he better than Michael Jordan, son.
But look. This is what I'm thinking. Like, because they respect LeBron so much, I think they let him just finagle his son up into the NBA, bro. Like,
bro, you trying to be Jordan couldn't did it. They looked at Jordan's son and said, "You know what, man? We can't even lie."
But you know what? Jordan didn't care as much because Jordan's so damn narcissistic. It was all about him all the time. Yeah. I get LeBron. You know, he a family man.
You're right. Jordan, he was already leaving the wife to get the little young Brazilian chick. Jordan was already breaking up the family. He ain't cared no more.
Like a bug, bro. He's breaking up. Nigga, Juanita, you got to go. Nah.
Yeah. I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna get this 25-year-old while y'all talking. Y'all talking about everybody else. Jordan.
You know it's the money because Jordan got uglier than he got older, boy. That boy is just man. That boy, he's so black, he's like an old slave or something.
Don't he? And he all crooked over and his eyes is yellow.
Bloodshot, bro. His eyes, bro.
I'm like, God damn, Jordan, what the hell Jordan was on?
You know what he was doing? He was gambling and drinking every night. Gambling and drinking. The boy was on that crown, everything.
Hey, shout out to TT. TT, I told everybody, I put Raw City out there. I told them they got to win some games, or I want my $50 refund.
What Jason talking about, Coach Ty? Go check your property down East Alamo Street, brother. Man, he putting somebody out there.
That's one of his trap houses.
Man. You gotta check on it from time to time. Shout out Jawad Davis, the Dub, Ellis. Ellis, what are you talking about? SMU tournament was Friday before last.
We talking about the SMU tournament.
Gotcha. Shout out Keontae Holmes. Shout out my boy Gary Finley. I saw you in the comments earlier, bro. We saw that earlier. And then TT said you need a monthly subscription. Yeah, we're going to put this up for subscription if you guys don't get us back over 1,000 people on the YouTube
page. We're going to do something, man. I'm just going to just come on here and just start roasting everybody for about 2 hours.
Hey.
Every week, I'm just going to come on here and I don't want to hear it because I ain't getting paid for it. I ain't getting nothing. So I'm going to tell my truth about y'all sorry ass team.
Hey, speaking of that, Bubba's 33, they want us to do a live show in person, and we need all the Dub fans to come out and come support, man. Come eat, drink, and be merry, and use the code the Dub. Come in and say you eat with the Dub, and they'll take care of you, and they'll take care of us on the other end. So we appreciate that. We're gonna have a Dub hang at Bubba's probably in July. We'll try to do one in July and one in August.
Raw City, y'all show up. Y'all come on to Mesquite.
Absolutely. And other than that, to tell you about the few shows we got coming up before we get out of here. We got Garland Takeover next week. We got to see what's going on in Garland. All you Garland fans, tag all your Garland folks. We got to do an investigation. We don't know what the hell happened to Garland. They used to be that city back in the 80s and 90s, and they just disappeared off the map.
Lakeview got some guys, though. Lakeview got some guys.
Yeah, we're bringing on Lakeview coach. We're bringing on a former player out of Garland, and we're going to talk
the head coach at Lakeview? That's who you got?
That's who we got.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, man, that Negro might bag out. I'll be honest.
He ain't going to bag out. I already told him.
All right. He
said, "Dang, I was supposed to come on the show before." He said that. That was the first thing that came out.
Okay. Well, I ain't holding my breath on that one. But we'll see.
We good there. It's Dub East that we got angst with. So, hey, tag Dub East coach and tell him quit running from the Dub. You Dub East.
We ain't worried about Dub East. I'm finna harass the hell out of you.
Yeah, for real. You're gonna get roasted, Dub East. Y'all on the roast list. Also, we're gonna do we got Samuel's new coach, Coach Johnson, coming in a few weeks. We got the anniversary show coming up in a couple of weeks, and then we got Byron Nelson's head coach coming up probably in the next month. So y'all stay tuned. Hey,
and stay tuned. Sunday, I think we got a coach from North McKinney North this Sunday. And as soon as I get my magazine, we're gonna do a whole show dedicated to J-Mac. J-Mac rankings. We're gonna do my power rankings for the dub. It's going down. Everybody got their questions. Y'all already know Waxahachie is gonna be top 5 for sure, if not top 3. But we'll see. You gotta tune in and see. And it's gonna be local. I'm not doing state. I'm not gonna do like B-Rise. I ain't doing state. I'm doing just straight. You know, I'm a dub guy through and through. So it's gonna be straight DFW.
Absolutely. Hey, and I'm not gonna do a ranking show because I ain't gonna go through the hell that B-Rise went through during and after that show.
Man, they was killing the B-Rise. Man, they still hitting up B-Rise about that, man. Good Lord, B-Rise.
Woo, boy, yeah, B-Rise took a whooping, bro. I think that's the worst whooping anybody's ever taken on the dub.
yeah, they was on B-Rise. B-Rise took it hard. Well, hey, just what y'all bring up mine. It's probably gonna be worse, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. B-Rise.
One thing you know about J-Mac, you know I ain't lying because mine gonna be right. So you hate now, you're gonna be looking stupid later. That's all I'm saying.
Woo! Hey, look, you know how they do though. So we'll see if you're gonna take a worse whooping than B-Rise or not. B-Rise took the worst whooping on dub history, and that was the fact we had Swaggy on the show. So
hey, I'm in a negotiation, man. I'm trying to bring back Swaggy back for Wednesday pick'em during the season.
Let's do it.
Hey, and shout out to Swag, man. I saw him at the TABC week. I was supposed to talk about it Sunday, but I overslept Sunday. But we had me and B-Ride, we went out there to the TABC, the basketball thing. This past week. Yeah.
Was that pretty cool? I wanted to come out there.
Man, it's nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of basketball. Like you can watch a lot of basketball. You see a lot of basketball. It was cool, man. We was gonna talk about it. Like I said, I just, I overslept and that went too long. That's the only thing about when you stay by yourself. Ain't nobody here to wake you up. When you lay down, bro, is it?
Hey, well, I guess we gotta come up with a new show for the love of J-Mac. So we gonna have to come up with an episode for the love of J-Mac. Hey, my son just called from California. I'm finna jump out the show, man. Hey, Dub Salute, episode 134 in the books. We out this thing.
With the first pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select